OpenAI
Yeah.
just dropped a bomb of new products, and some of them have got me extremely excited. Apps inside of GPT is the one I'm particularly excited about. I think this is all web technologies. I don't think this is anything crazy. I think it's just TypeScript. And you build your app, or you format your app in such a way where it just looks nice inside of ChatGPT, and you reveal a MCP server to the chat, and it can work with it. And I really like this idea. I think I do wonder where this is going to go, because are people going to use apps inside of ChatGPT? I don't know. We used to say, like, when the AI products like the rabbit and the pin, things like that, we think, well, our phone can do it. Marcus Brownlee just, he had this pin on him and he asked what car it was. It was a Tesla or something. And in the time it took for this pin to get back, he just snapped it with Google Glass, and then he knew what it was on his phone. So we used to argue that these AI products could be replaced by the phone. This is then saying, well, now everything is in the one app. So
Yeah.
you don't even need to touch you don't even need any other apps on your phone. We probably do for this to actually work. I don't know whether this is done through the web or whether it actually interfaces across to the app. I probably would assume it's the website, because then that gets past Apple's nonsense. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which could, you could bypass Apple's App Store 20% thing by
Well,
allowing people to purchase subscriptions through ChatGPT. Maybe ChatGPT will take a cut. I don't know, but this is crazy.
I have some feelings about this. So there are aspects of this that I like, and there are aspects of this that I think are not new at all. So talking of what I like, and I've been talking about this for quite some time, that I don't like a chat interface. Like I don't like reading the long answers that ChatGPT gives me, and I find it fundamentally like not fundamentally like, but I would say I find it most of the time unreliable and not doing what I want in terms of the amount of text that I get from ChatGPT. Sometimes it's too short, sometimes it's too long, and I find myself specifying how much I want from it. So, all of this to say, I personally don't like this chat that I get. I like talking to my phone and getting a UI. That's where we get into the good stuff and what I've been saying, that we need more UI. In the examples that they showed, I don't like the one from what's it called, like Spotify. I don't like the Spotify example. I feel like I wouldn't want it to work that way inside of Chat. I don't want to go to ChatGPT and to a new chat and start like
But you would
talking
not
to.
do that. That's not what they're saying here. You have Spotify in your app. If you just want to open it up and play some music, of course. But as an example, I went to a concert and I took a photo of the set list, and on the piece of paper on the stage, sort of thing. I posted that to ChatGPT. I said, "Can you go off and put together a playlist for all these songs?" Right? Did it? Unfortunately, because of a lack of an app ecosystem or something like that, I had to get a text thing and I had to copy
Yeah,
that into whatever, blah, blah, blah. This could be, it's convenience. It's bringing it to you into a conversation that you're already having. Maybe you're trying to travel plan. Maybe you're saying, I'm going to Albania next month on a road trip. Where's the best places to go? Blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's book a place with Zoopla or wherever. It's bringing the convenience to you whilst you're already chatting
I
about it,
see.
rather
Kind of
than
like
copy
project based.
paste it. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, no, I don't think that's what they're trying to achieve. However, I do get your point that Siri, because it's a more higher order. I don't know
Yeah,
whether that translates. It's more higher order, like
it's
it can
more
control
controlled
more
theoretically.
control like that. But the long story short, Apple aren't getting their ass into gear.
Yeah, I
This
know.
this is ChatGPT taking the power and being like, look, if you're not going to move, we're going to move, all right? And it would be great to have both options, but like whilst you're chatting away, you use ChatGPT. Like in the middle of a conversation, you might have come to a conclusion or booking something. Like you just say projects, and then you can bring your thing. I think but it's a really good point because like I'm excited by it and I was like, oh, what can I do with this? Where can I bring these apps in? And I thought of an app that I'm building with my friend, and I'm like, I think this would be a really good use case for that. But I think your brain has got to understand why people are in ChatGPT in the first place, which can be a billion different reasons as to why. And it's up to you to figure out why people use it and why is your app relevant within the
Yeah.
context of ChatGPT. Because again, like you've just said, why would I go to ChatGPT to ask for this, that, and the other when I could just go to the app and get that, this, that, and the other? You know, you've
Yeah.
it's there'll be an analogy or whatever somewhere in that some shops are in train stations because that it make like a bookshop is in a train station because most likely those people are in the train station because they're about to go on a long journey. It's
Yeah.
simple marketing. So does your app is someone in the world of ChatGPT like does it make sense that you're cross-pollinating those roles, you're putting yourself where it's a marketing thing, right? You're putting
Yeah.
yourself where your users are already. And now I'm thinking probably not with my mates app, they're probably not in the world of branding in ChatGPT, probably, maybe, don't know.
Well, we do that as well, but I feel like ChatGPT, they have definitely a lot of users, and I feel like they're trying to try a few different things and see which
Yeah,
one sticks.
yeah,
They're trying like
yeah,
to see, they have 800 million weekly, I believe, users.
crazy.
It's a lot of users.
Yeah.
That's a lot of users. But I kind of like feel like it's really difficult for ChatGPT to win. They are in such a difficult position if
Mm,
you look at operating systems and AI being on an operating system level, because we have Google and they are good with AI as well.
mhm.
So
Could go anyway. And
yeah,
I think that you've just got to literally, as you say, throw shit at the wall, see what sticks, because they we will find our place, and there'll be a whole number of goes back to that video I said about Dave Shapiro released about the economic, socio-economic impact of everything. Something might happen that contextualizes everyone just lives in ChatGPT for the rest of their lives. I don't know.
yeah,
Point is, you've just got to experiment. You just got to release. And on the one hand, I sympathize with the fatigue on AI, all the things. On the other hand, it's like you've got to experiment. So
yeah. Yes, and this is also like it's been tested and it works in the East, by the way, much better than the West. Like if you look at China, they have
mhm.
like this idea of super apps. They have WeChat and
Oh
they
yeah,
have like
WeChat, right?
absolutely everything inside of that app. So
Absolutely everything.
yeah,
Absolutely
well,
everything. Well
well,
done.
there.
Well done.
So not intended, but I'll take it.
checks in the mail for that one. You can use that one at the party tonight.
So so it's absolutely filled with mini apps.
Yeah,
You can basically have your Uber and your pizza and pay your friends like a share of a meal or
maybe you've
whatever.
just unlocked what ChatGPT are going for. To be honest,
So there are like I've seen some videos, I've watched some videos on this, and I find it fascinating because this is about culture and also design. Like in Eastern cultures, apparently, and I'm kind of like in the middle. I'm from Middle
mm,
East, so it's
mm.
um,
You're literally in the middle. Is that
I,
another pun? Is there a pun there with that?
what is happening today? So yes, apparently, like in Japan and also like in China, people care. They want to see all the information in one view, so their websites are more crammed with every piece of information. And on the West, it's much more like separating things from one
Mm,
another. That's why this idea of like super app has been tried many times in the West and it has never worked. It hasn't worked yet. Even like Facebook tried that. Facebook tried to do everything in one place and not really working. Uh, X, Twitter, like Elon Musk bought Twitter to specifically try this. He's still kind of trying to like merge everything in
Yeah,
one
that's
place,
kind of
but it
fair, isn't
hasn't.
it?
Telegram is kind of like the best thing that has been. It's not the super app, but it has like a shit ton of features. It's so feature
Hmm.
rich, and it has like a lot of users. I believe like over 1 billion, and it's also popular in the West as well. So I don't know if because of that culture reason, if OpenAI, the idea of like a super app
Mm,
could be successful because that there is also a culture incompatibility with it. But
yeah,
we'll
yeah.
see. I don't
Time will
love the
tell.
idea. I
Yeah,
don't.
time will
I
tell.
don't. Yeah. But if it's good, if it can make my life easier in any way, sure. Like I find a lot of times that I want to like get help in curating. I'm not a music guy. I don't listen to a lot of music. But if I want to I want to get some help at curating like a playlist for me, I
Yeah.
do actually get I ask my friends and like my siblings for like to send me songs because I feel like sometimes I feel like outdated. I'm like, okay, well, can you
Mm,
send me some good stuff? I don't listen to a lot of music. I'm a more like
mm.
podcast and anyway. So we'll see. We'll see.
We'll see. We'll see. Oh yeah, I was going to show you the guidelines as well, the design
Oh
guidelines.
yeah,
I
for
didn't
the apps, right?
for the apps. Yeah, so there are brand guidelines,
Hmm.
which would be quite interesting to get your teeth into. I'm just
So this
looking
is
on here.
about how to build a UI inside of a chat experience.
Yeah, conversational experiences, intelligent, simple, responsive, accessible. I mean, you know, it's quite a long article to be fair. Color, how to use
Mhm.
color, typography, rules of thumb. So
Yeah,
spacing system as well. So they have thought about it. They're not.
yeah,
And I
that's
think they
pretty
would
clean.
because it's a micro app within an app. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
you've got to really be efficient with space. It's like mobile design on steroids. This is part of a larger conversation on my show, Command AI, which we stream live every single week. We discuss the news and all things related to AI in the world of design and web. Catch us next week and join in the banter.